Hey, what is up YouTube? How are you guys doing today? It's DW Squirtle here again. Normally, I don't post two videos in the same day, but after what I just saw on the TV, I just kind of felt like venting a little bit and kind of sharing my thoughts on this whole situation. Now, I just got back from cutting the grass, so I apologize if I'm a little out of it and I look kind of scrubby right now, but I just really needed to talk about this. So I went in to grab some water because it's really hot out. And my mom, she was on the TV. She was watching the NHL entry draft. Now, you guys all know that I love the Vancouver Canucks. It's my favorite hockey team. I love hockey, and I've just been following them since I've basically knew what hockey was. It's always been my team. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because I saw the trade like right before I went out to cut the other side of the lawn. And just to start out, Vancouver traded they traded Corey Schneider for the 9th overall pick, Bo Horvat, I think his name is, from the New Jersey Devils. Okay? Now just think about this for a second here. Vancouver traded away their franchise goalie for a draft pick, who I don't know if he's any good. Like, I've never heard of the guy before, but okay, let's just think about this for a second. Roberto Luongo doesn't even want to play in Vancouver. Okay, you traded away Schneider. You do have Eddie Lack in the minors. He's coming up, but he's not ready for the NHL yet. He needs a couple of years still. Okay, so you have Luongo, but he doesn't want to play here. So what good is he? What good is he here? That just really pissed me off. Okay, and then the other thing is they're looking to trade Schneider away to Calgary and Edmonton for more picks. From what I heard. Okay, Calgary is going nowhere right now. They have absolutely nobody. Gillis was worried about trading Schneider to somebody in the same division or conference as us, because they're changing the divisions next year. But aside from the point, Calgary had a higher pick. They're going to give us more. Okay? They're not going anywhere. You can have a decent goalie, but if you have no players surrounding the goalie, where are you going to go? You're not going to go anywhere. Edmonton, they're also in the running, as what I know. They are going to offer us more picks. I can understand that situation where it's fair. They have some scoring talent. Defensively, they don't have a top 2 defenseman. They have like top 6 defensemen. They don't really have anybody coming up in the minors for defensemen. They don't have a goalie. So, it's like, just thinking about it, Gillis, like, what are you doing? I'm so fed up with him. Okay, which leads me to thing number 2. Why would you hire John Tortorella? The players in New York hated him. Look at their team. They have like Brad Richards. They have Henrik Lundqvist. They have so much talent, and the players didn't even like their coach. They didn't want to listen to him. So why would you hire him here? It's like, short term, I can understand that it'll. Just need to drink water for a second. Short term, I can understand, but long term. Yeah, I don't know how long they hired him for, but just like the coaching change, I can understand that. The coach is usually the first to go, first round exit, 2 years in a row. I can understand that. I like Vigneault, but the players weren't playing for him anymore. But to bring in someone like Tortorella, when I think the Vancouver Canucks, they're like in a middle ground where they need to decide whether they want to rebuild or continue to run for the playoffs, but their time is up. And I don't know what they're doing right now, but Tortorella, another bad move, Gillis. Which leads to point number 3. Well, I kind of already talked about the Vigneault thing, but I think he's a great coach. He's going to do amazing in New York. Vancouver is going to suck next year. That's just my personal opinion. They've been going downhill ever since. They had the cup run. The last thing that I want to talk about is what Gillis has done as a GM in Vancouver. And I specifically want to point out a couple of things here. Look at the defensive core from 3 years ago compared to now. Before, you had Salo, sorry if I can't remember these off the top of my head, but you had the 2 guys in Tampa Bay, Salo and Oland, and you had Ehrhoff. Now, who do you have? You have Alberts, who plays in the minors half the time. You have Hamhuis, which I do like, and I don't even know who's in the Ballard. Like, look, aside from Hamhuis, which defensive core would you take right now? Okay? And think of the forwards that he picked up. He picked up David Booth. What has he done? What has he done? Zach Cassian, what has he done? I do like Chris Higgins, but he's not a top 6 forward. He's a bottom 6 forward. He's third. He can play on the second line, but he's not going to get you goals. He's like your character player. They got rid of Grabner, who's lighting it up in New York. You got rid of the Hodson, who's lighting it up in Buffalo. Like, I'm so frustrated with this organization right now. Like, I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry if I'm like yelling at you guys. I don't mean to do that, but I just felt like voicing my opinion, and I want to know what you guys have to say. And like, that's it. leave me your comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.